Good day, I'm Ikslorin, and just one last time, let's see if we can get on the ladder with this Mech Mage. It's the first time that I've actually been playing this Mech Mage, and actually also the first time that I'm actually playing meta deck since the GVG has come out. And probably because of that, I haven't gone much further than rank 12 at any point before, after GVG has come up. It's just because I don't know the meta anymore. And I hope this will rectify that. And, well, turn 1, turn 2 or turn 2. Or this and maybe something else. It seems okay. And Ikslorin against, probably maybe a Zoo, maybe a Handlock. Probably a Handlock, actually. I don't know why, but actually the players with a really, really good deck end up playing with no card back at all. I don't know if it's some part of mind games just to see if you can get someone to think that they're beginners. And then end up hitting them in the face with something like the least cheapest deck that you can find. But well, that's what I've found. The Mech Warper is just going to die. We can get the Clockwork Gnome out immediately too. We can also just go for a Clockwork Gnome, have him trade. I don't think he has another Mortal Coil. And then we can go for these two next turn. And since he's a Zoolock, I expect it to be very control heavy. The Zoolock is aggro / mid-range. However you want to make it.
Do you need a blessing?
So interesting. Well, please hit that one. Yes, cool. So let's just do this, really. Yeah. This would be 2 mana. This would be then 3 mana. And 0. So we would still have 1 left that we can't use for anything. That's okay. That's okay. We can, now, there's nothing here, anything else that we would want to do. Could go for Pilot Shredder, trying to make him trade. Though it seems like he doesn't want to trade, actually. He has been just hitting me and wanting me to do all the trading here. So let's just get this thing to work. I'm just thinking to get, if there should be a Hellfire, if he should get through, then at least one Mech Warper will be 100% alive. Though, yeah, that was a waste. I shouldn't have done that. I just was thinking that I would want to use all my mana, but that was really a waste. I didn't need to do that at all. I mean, I can trade in now this way, after the Ikslorin has been killed. So I guess it's okay. Do it like this, and a Technician, and like this. Ooh, we get all the wonderful spare parts here. Though I'm not so sure exactly what I would want the Rewinder for. I would probably rather want the cloaking thing for Antonidas. So I expect that. Yeah, I expect that should probably be the thing that you would be looking for. All this freezing thing. That is also pretty good. Oh. Well, we have a fireball for that, so that's pretty cool. And, well, except for that, I don't expect him really to have any board control. He seems to be very aggressive in his playstyle. Oh, well, he tried to get the board control back, as you could feel like he was losing it. But really, to me it seems like I shouldn't be afraid of a Hellfire here. At all.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay. So we just use this Piloted Shredder. And then we trade. We could have gone for a Goblin Blast Mage, but I wouldn't expect it to kill any of them, to be honest. I was just afraid that we would waste it, so I'd rather want to use just the Goblin Blast Mage for his face. At least I'm sure that they get all to the right places here instead. Could also just have played it before, but then if it just hit very bad, or just hit once somewhere, it wouldn't have helped me in any way. And on the short wake, sure, why not? Oh. This is going really, really well. I mean, he's at 12 HP, and he has pretty much lost all of board control. Whatever he plays, or has played until now, I could deal with immediately, and trade very, very favorably. I mean, this Blast Mage has killed 1, and dealt 4 damage. Plus 5, so 9 damage, and then a minion, plus the next minion or card he plays. Jenkins, yes, as I said, he is very aggressive, as we can see. And face he goes. Cool. You had a Leroy? Really beautiful. You can be proud, my dear panda. And I'm to 11. Well, I should just play really meta decks much more often. I get this is so much easier. Man, why aren't I just doing this all the time? And at some point we will also find another opponent. And yes, cool. And it's a worth the opponent, of course, but what else? It's a hunter. Cool. This is going to be very interesting. We should probably try and see if we can get the mana worm, as I talked about. An extra card, so the hunter won't get any coin shenanigans done. And keep 1 Annoyatron, obviously, trades really, really well. Slows him down. Turn 1 play, a Frostbolt, cast a Mystic. Oh yes! This is going to be not really that strong, but really frustrating. I like it. Organ Infiltrator. 1 mana thing for 1 mana thing. Or coin the Annoyatron, making him only pop the shield. Nah, not really. Because I can then next turn coin the Casa Mystic should he play a secret this turn. Or the next turn. So I think this is better just to keep the coin for the Casa Mystic later. Yes, he trades. Also, the fact that he has a Worgen Infiltrator, shouldn't that indicate to me that he's more board control focused? I think it is. Like that, so that is probably good, I guess. Yeah, that is pretty good.
Put this apple on your head.
Knife Juggler. Okay. That's really not the worst. Can just Frostbolt, and we could also coin Fire Blast. He hasn't played any. Well, he hasn't played any secrets, so I don't really need to keep the coin anymore, I think. So should he play a secret next turn, obviously you go for this. Should he play a minion, we probably would go for this. Or if nothing else, probably the Shredder. I mean, if he plays something, that's a secret. But if he played something, a minion for 1 or 2 mana, I think the Goblin Blast Mage would probably be okay. But we have the answers for everything. What did he play, by the way? An Explosive Trap. Cool. That is probably the worst thing for a Hunter to give me. Freezing Trap could also be awful, but an Explosive Trap? Whenever he gets bored, actually, he's going to lose it immediately. At least he now knows that he has to deal with the whole board first, before anything else. I'm just going to keep on throwing stuff down. We could also have gone for a Spider Tank together with my Fire Blast, just to use all the mana. But then again, a 4 mana creature against a 5 mana creature, that is better. Okay, does the best thing against my Explosive Trap, just takes the damage himself. I like that. And for 6 mana he plays... probably the Savannah. And Arcane Golem. Yes, this is just the Face Hunter. Sheer Face Hunter. Nothing else. Well, we have a Frostbolt for that, so... I'll just Frostbolt it and figure out what to do except for that. I mean, we could go keep or wait for Antonidas next turn. Nah. Let's do it like this. We're also gone for Blast Mage. But then... yeah, Blast Mage and then Fire Blast. It would probably hit it once, so that's okay. And we would still have mana enough for a Frostbolt anyway, so... should probably have done that like that. But okay, we still have mana for a Spider Tank. So I guess all in all it's fine. More than fine. So we can Antonidas and Frosty Horn the Spider Tank. Probably this is the better one. And this is more HP, so Spider Tank is probably the better one. Another Arcane Golem.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Gives me all the mana and gets me down to 10. So he's actually getting pretty far, but again, he's going to lose his board. So what would I want to keep? This. Also, just make this a taunt. I'm at 10 mana. I would probably rather keep, just make it a taunt immediately. He has had so much charge. He still has a Wolf Rider. And he probably also has some other stuff still. Okay, and another explosive trap if I remember correctly. We would want to keep the taunt up and going, so we have to play in with this one. Explosive trap, cool. And, well, Intonitis and Mana Worm, Fire Blast, and Face. Okay, with that, only one card in his hand, he cannot kill us. Kill command is only 3 damage, and his steady shot is only 2, so that is 5 in total. Meaning, we are just 1 away from him being able to kill us, and that won't do anything. I mean, really, that is lethal, right? Yeah, that is so lethal. Huh. I mean, we were getting pretty close in the end. He was just going, just rushing us down, but we survived it. And it didn't feel like I was at any point in trouble, really. I mean, he was getting us far down, but we're always able to just deal with it. So, yeah, this deck is just doing all wonders. I cannot understand, really, why people are doing this, or using this one. I mean, I've already said that like 3 times now, but I really do. This deck is not the worst. Boy, that is going to be interesting. Always wanted to know how it is faring against the control warrior. I expect at least this to be a control warrior. I want some turn 2 and 3 plays. And some board control. Yes, this looks good. Probably should go for the Cockmaster and the Mech Warper afterwards. Or Mech Warper then coin Mech Warper then Spider Tank. That is probably the strongest play. Depends really on if he should be able to play anything the first turn or the second one that we have to deal with. At least nothing the first turn, so Mana Worm coin Cockmaster could be a good thing. That is probably the strongest thing for next turn. And in the long run, just in general. I mean, a 2-3 and a 3-4 turn 3, or this, or a 2-3 and a 3-2. 2-3 just played. Okay, so this, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to buff this one and then everything is fine. You can cleave, but most control warriors really doesn't use cleave. So I think it's fine. Okay, a slam. Well, it doesn't draw cards, so that seems rather... Yeah, that seems rather... Not desperate, but pretty close. He doesn't have anything else in his hand. But then again, using a slam to do that that's pretty okay. I wouldn't use an execute for it, of course. Shield blocking, I like that. Shield slamming, I like that too. I mean, but I have bigger threats than that. I mean, I'm just going to keep on throwing stuff at him here. Okay, that's the Sludge Belter. Cool. Cool, cool. And like this. Oh! The synergy in this deck is really cool. I mean, this guy who made this thing is genius. The synergy from the Pilot Shredder getting that. Oh, perfect. And also getting that extra shield slam. The fact that he doesn't have anything to deal with a lower threat or anything, or any of my bigger stuff now, except for executes. Pretty damn good. Also, no more stupid stuff from you, please, this turn. Though he should have some weapons also. There it is. Though he is taking 5 damage now. But that is okay. Taking 5 damage to get a minion off the board. Do we get a snow chugger? Well, so many possible things that he could kill. I mean, if it goes for the snow chugger, he's actually freezing himself for one extra turn, and he really has to go for the snow chugger. Or just brawling and kill it immediately. Yes. A mana worm is the only thing that is left. And he does nothing. We could fireball the face, meaning that we could kill the Acolyte of Pain easily. We would have 4 mana left, so we can also play the Kazan Mystic. And this way. Yes, I like that. It is not really the best use of a fireball, especially against a Control Warrior, but he didn't get the best out of, or 2 cards out of the Acolyte of Pain, so that is somewhat okay. Yes, taking 4 extra damage. And boom. And Armor Smith too. Well, it's going to be a great Flame Strike, we just have to get boom down to something a little less HP. Clockwork Gnome, cool. I'm just going to throw down as much stuff as possible, so go howl probably into one of these and then boom into one of the others, or actually just try and see if we can get the boom bots going. Okay, shield block, cool. I'm thinking that we are running out of steam here. Oh dear. And please, my face. Well, I mean we can kill nearly everything here. It's worth it. But he's at what now? 25 HP. So he's got all the way back from 12. Not really the best. But then again, Control Warrior is just the best Control Warrior at all. So, yeah, Mage can also do pretty well. But in the meta, Control Warrior is really the only strong control thing that is really going for it. Except for Handlock. So, yeah, I should probably expect this to happen. And is that me dead? Oh, not totally. But pretty close. I mean, he just needs a whirlwind next turn and then that's it. Not really... Oh well, you're welcome. Not really that interesting a game, to be honest, and I don't really want to just let it end at that. So let's just see if we can squeeze one extra in or go overtime, I don't care. But yeah, I don't really know. He always had some kind of some answer to everything I had. He had the brawl when he needed to. The brawl did exactly what he needed to. Getting the mana worm out. Yeah, it went perfectly here for him as a Control Warrior. It also went perfectly for me, I'd say. I couldn't think anything that would have gone better. So I guess just a Mech Mage just has a bad matchup against a Control Warrior. Or I'm bad at it. Either way, it's fine. Also, we have a turn 1, 2, or 3 play here, so that's pretty cool. And against a Priest, so that is also going to be very interesting. Whenever he's going to start this game. Thank you.
I can fix anything.
Well, there's not that much to talk about in these first turns. Because we're just going to play for on the curve here. Should he go for a Northshire Cleric? He could coin it with the Power Word Shield. Okay, Zombie Chow. Well, he can use the Zombie Chow to kill all of my stuff. But he will probably just go for my... if he goes for my Mech Warp, I can just Fire Blast it and my Mech Warp will still be alive. So... yeah, except if he has something like a Holy Smite, this is pretty fine. Even if he has a Holy Smite, this is fine. Except for the mana curve, really. Then we cannot play anything and only will deal 1 damage to his face. Okay, 3 mana.
The damned stand ready.
Dark Cultist, okay. That is somewhat irritating. And trades that way. Okay, okay. It just gets as much stuff out on the board as humanly possible. End our turn. He will probably try and kill a Mech Warper obviously first, but that's fine. We need this only 4 mana next turn anyway. The question just is if he will play anything this turn too. That is going to be the first thing that we need to kill. And he gets a card out of it too. That is irritating. But well played. So if he's clever enough, he's obviously going to go in here and then heal up again. Meaning that he will have killed 3 minions with 1. Okay, he cannot heal anymore, so he has to do that. But then again, he just needs to go for a circle of healing. And now I would wish for a secret. Damn. But then again, we can just kill it immediately. He will be able to kill it too with his hero power. And then trade in, but after that I can just go for Sylvanas and whatever he plays, that's going to be fine. Going to be totally fine. Oh, healing it. Or not healing it, but adding HP. He really does like that Orkanite Priest.
In the light's name.
Fancy place.
I have no time for games.
Just thinking here, the Sylvanas can get me either of these, that would be great. Whenever I will be able to kill the Orkanite Priest, this thing will be great for healing. Oh, that is the wrong order to do it.
Do you like to play with fire?
That is not how you should have done it. I mean, yes, you can now also kill it with the Wild Pyromancer, but I get the Wild Pyromancer, and you could just have healed himself, and then with the where is it? Where was it? The Light Warden. Then I have killed it, because the Light Warden would have gotten 2 damage extra, or 2 extra attack. Not the best play, but then I don't even play Priest that much, and I could see that. But then again, probably if I ended up playing it myself, I wouldn't have seen that. You don't normally end up in a situation like that. But then again, he knew that how to summon the Light Warden the other way around, so it makes somewhat sense. Somewhat. Yeah. Okay, kills that. I'm again not exactly sure if I like that. Let's hope that he gets that one a lot of times. That's enough. That's enough. An emergency coolant, even greater. Should he be able to play anything that is awful, we can just freeze it. Yeah, like I feel like actually here in the end in the Fridays video, I like well played with my own Pessimistic and my own Fireball, but I feel like always in the end at least I had the same thing last time, where I just didn't have anything to say anymore because I already had talked everything about this deck, and it isn't really the most complicated thing there is. I have had something more complicated. More combo decks are more stuff to talk about. With this one, it's just play on curve really and win. There are some plays here, but at those I were able to talk about stuff. But as such, this deck is great. I like winning, so of course I like this deck. But I don't feel like it is that rewarding in the long run, just emotionally. Because you cannot really pull off that fancy stuff. This is not the deck that you will play and have fancy stories for afterwards. This is just the deck that you will use to get to higher ranks. And that is totally fine. It is a great deck, and it certainly is great at what it is doing. Yeah. Thank you for watching. See ya.